Good morning. We are back on the sand. My name is Benji. Thanks so much for tuning in. We're going to be chasing after some halibut today. I appreciate your patience for those of you that follow me for my surf fishing. Been sidetracked with some trout fishing this season, and that's been super fun. But it's now time to hunt the halibut. The halibut should be coming in to spawn, so hopefully they're here. It's a little bit early. It's late February. And we're going to try to target these guys. We got a nice even tide today, so we're going to see how it goes. But the main way that we're going to be targeting these guys is the good old faithful Lucky Craft. And we're going to be throwing this with the 50-pound tactical angler's clip. This is my favorite Lucky Craft as of the moment, Superglow MS-MKB. It's the 110. We got a 12-pound fluoro leader on both setups. With the Lucky Craft, I'm throwing on the Shimano Stratic CI4 3000 and the Trifecta Light 903. It's a medium light and 12-pound fluorocarbon leader. We're gonna see how it goes. We're gonna have a nice long session today. Not rushed for time, but hopefully the fish will be willing to cooperate. So we're gonna hunt after. I'm super excited to get back on the surf. I'm gonna be pounding it super hard for the rest of the year. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Let's see what happens. Let's go. Alright guys, had a brand new stretch of beach where I was at. Didn't seem so hot today, so moved down to another beach. It's a nice long trough here, so we're gonna hit the north end of it and then start working south, focusing on the edges of the trough. Right here we're right in the middle, which can definitely hold, but we're gonna try to find the edges first and focus on those ones the most. So it's really shallow in front of me, but it's filled in enough, man. This is halibut could be holding here. There's tons of little cuts and little tiny little holes that are just strewn out around here. So and some rocks. So fish could definitely be hiding here. I was gonna walk right past it, but it's actually juicier here than over there. So there could be some halibut hiding here, guys. So we're gonna spend some time trying to figure this out. Really nice, clean water. Man, there's gotta be something holding here. Fish on. Oh, fish on. Felt that thump. And I got some head shakes. Felt heavier at first, but we'll see. Got some weight on him. Doesn't feel like illegal, but we'll see. It was definitely a Hallie thump, that's for sure. Yeah, man, I just had a feeling there was fish holding here. This one's more like a wet trash bag, not really fighting. I felt the head shakes in the beginning, but he's just slowly but surely moving in right now. So let's see if we can get him home. A decent size for sure. Might be illegal. Come on, baby. Come on home, baby. Yeah, it's borderline legal. We'll see. Slide him up a little bit more. Hello, guy. Long time no see, guy. Long time no see. All right, let's get a tape on this guy, on the Lucky Craft Cherry Berry. He got half of it in his mouth. Really thumped it hard. Yeah, we got illegal. We're on the board, boys and girls. Barely legal, but legal nonetheless. Sweet. Stoked. There's cherry berry, right on the 22. All right, guys. First halibut of 2021. Only my third time out on the sand. Had to switch locations, and I think that was the right move. There was a really shallow area, and I worked the Lucky Craft right through it. There were tons of little cuts and little pools in that shallow area, and I saw some like reef and rock-like structure in there. So I had a feeling there was a pretty good chance of halibut holding there. It was shallow, but the water was deep enough. And so it was just a slow, steady retrieve, and this guy hammered it pretty good. We're gonna let this guy go, but super, super grateful. So thankful. These guys can be a grind to get, but first legal, hopefully one of many this year. Let's get it. Oh man, such a beautiful fish, but super grateful. Let's get him back. There we go, and he's off. Sweet. Alrighty guys, so we're finishing up our session, and fortunately got the one bite that mattered. It was barely legal, but it was legal nonetheless. Got the first halibut on the board. Think if I could leave you with any tips for catching halibut from the surf: structure, structure, structure. You got to find the holes, the troughs, the cuts, and there was a long trough that I gave a quick look at. But the long troughs, they're a little bit difficult because it might be challenging to pinpoint where the fish might be. And I was gonna walk right past a really shallow, skinny water area, but I stopped because I noticed a reef, rocks, cuts, all sorts of stuff. It was not flat sand, and so I stopped there, and within a couple of casts got hooked up. So it's all about finding that structure. The reason I love throwing the Lucky Craft is, number one, you can't beat the jerkbait bite, man. In my opinion, it's one of the funnest ways to get bit from the surf. And number two, it's really easy. It's just a matter of casting and not snagging. Keeping that thing swimming. There's technical aspects to it, but if you're a beginner, starting off with the Lucky Craft is not a hard thing to do. So, but in any case, guys, I'm so grateful to be on the sand today. Spent some time fishing, getting a fish, a legal halibut, super fun time. So just thank you so much for tuning in, guys. And until next time, tight line.